Hello and welcome to this video. We have some news to report to you that's very important regarding the Pine Barrens. Regarding Pine Barrens that are under threat for development. There's a news story that News 12 is covering about this. So this is the picture of the area we're talking about here. It's between Pine Lawn and Wyandanch. It's a beautiful area, as you can see here. Lots of beautiful pines here. A lot of beautiful pines here. It's Pine Barrens. It's a beautiful area. It's important habitat for wildlife. It's a major area, and frankly, unconscionable that anyone could consider building a massive industrial park here. But here, welcome to Long Island. This is what it is here on Long Island. Let's show you the area once again that we're talking about. It's this area right here. And my computer has decided to freeze on Google. Google Maps has been acting up lately. But it's this general area right here. And we're going to play the video here for you. Let's see. Maybe it started working again. All right. So you can see here. This is the area that we're talking about here. Technically owned by Pine Lawn. And all this time I thought it was part of Pine Lawn and just an undeveloped area that eventually they would turn into a cemetery. But unfortunately, this is an area that they're looking to sell to a developer. Inconscionable, right? This is a water recharge area. Colonial Springs, it's called. And because there used to be springs here. And inconscionable that they would consider bulldozing all of this to build an industrial park. So we're going to play the story here from News 12.
And new tonight, a proposal to turn more than 100 acres of land in Wyandanch into a massive industrial park is facing heavy pushback.
And News 12's Daniela Rodriguez spoke to concerned residents who say this project could negatively impact their community.
A group of
meanwhile, you don't see anyone from Babylon rallying against yet when they wanted to build affordable housing around the Babylon train station. Oh, they were all opposed to that. Because they've got to protect the quality of life in the village of Babylon. But when it comes to this part of Babylon, it's a totally different story.
And showed up to Babylon Town Hall Monday night, only to learn the public hearing they were prepared to speak at was not happening.
It's not scheduled to be on our agenda.
Of course. More corruption.
Not at this time.
Developers from Bristol Suffolk LLC have set their eyes on 100 acres of currently unused land near Little East Neck Road and Long Island Avenue in Wyandanch, right along the LIRR tracks. The town of Babylon is considering their plan to build a 1.5 million square foot industrial technology park, including 9 buildings, 380 truck bays, and nearly 2,000 parking spaces.
Trucks are not zoned to go on those roads.
The project requires a zoning change from residential to a brand new category called Planned Industrial Park 2, created specifically for the site. Residents say that would bring more truck traffic, noise, and pollution within feet of homes and schools.
With the increased 2,000, that's 4,000 cars a day, close to 4,000.
Nobody's bringing up the environmental impact so far, of course. Typical.
Trucks. Now you breathe that in.
More than 2,200 people have signed a petition urging the town to reject the proposed industrial park. Rogelio Mitchell is one of them.
I'm totally against it.
Mitchell says he moved into his Wyandanch neighborhood 21 years ago for its peace and safety, a place where his children could play outside, something he fears will change if this project goes through.
Now we're going to have additional vehicles with the number of cars that's going to be parked at that work area. Along with the number of trucks, we're going to be using this area as a shortcut to get through.
Town officials say they're still reviewing the proposal, and a decision on whether this industrial park can move forward will come in the months ahead. The next scheduled public hearing is set for November 24th. In Lindenhurst, Suffolk County, Daniela Rodriguez,
see what happens on
News
November
12.
24th.
Thank you, Daniela. News 12 reached out to the law firm representing the Bristol Suffolk LLC. We'll let you know when we hear back.
So, once again, not one mention of the environmental impact that would occur from this development. I mean, it is unbelievable. Everybody's just focused on the traffic. But what about all the trees that are going to die? What about all the wildlife that is going to lose their homes? What about the consequences to our water? See, when they threaten development in New Jersey, that's what they talk about, but not here. Not here. So a big shut up and go live in New Jersey is basically what the town of Babylon is telling everybody who cares about the environment and who cares about this beautiful, beautiful place that it's unconscionable. I mean, that they would knock all this beautiful stuff down, all these beautiful trees, all the wildlife here. These are grasslands here. Oh, I will definitely be back. I don't care what the sign says. I will be back, and I will be taking more video for you because that's what they should be doing. Where is the environmental community on this? I would love to know where the hell the environmental community is on this. But once again, that does not happen. That does not happen. Meanwhile, if we go to New Jersey, there's a place called, I think, Black Run Preserve or something like that. New Jersey has been in the news lately because they want to expand it, I think. Behind the negotiations to save the development of the Evesham wooded parcel, so Burlington County is joining Evesham and New Jersey Conservation to preserve property. I love New Jersey. This is why I just don't belong here anymore, man. Just don't. This is where I belong in New Jersey, where the people care about the planet. Burlington County is teaming with Evesham Township and the New Jersey Conservation Foundation to protect an ecologically sensitive property next to the Black Run Preserve. The Burlington County Commissioners voted Wednesday night to adopt a resolution authorizing a cost-share partnership with the township and nonprofit group to preserve the 835 Sam Oast property, located between Kettle Run, Tomlinson Mill, Kenilworth, and Egret Roads in Evesham. The property is part of the New Jersey Pinelands and the source of the Black Run, an important freshwater tributary that feeds into the southwest branch of the Rancocos Creek. So this is a beautiful area that they are trying. There's a lot of support to preserve it, and they talk about the environment, but they never talk about that on Long Island. Never. Where's Suffolk County? Why isn't Suffolk County stepping up and trying to preserve this land? No, they only care about the South Shore. Everybody is in on this whole thing to redline the middle of the island. That's what this is all part of. Destroy the environment here. This is an area called Colonial Springs. I'm going to Google it right now so you can figure out what it is. It's called Colonial Springs. I know there's a golf club here, but there's history behind Colonial Springs. History. And there's also a cemetery by there as well. So, of course, the golf club comes up. But if we go to history here, let's see if we can find any history here. If we can find any history. There isn't any history, of course. But this was an area called Colonial Springs. And this is a water recharge area. So you're going to knock down all these trees. And there's cemeteries here. In fact, News 12 also failed to mention that there's an abandoned native cemetery on this side of the property here. But they failed to mention that. They failed to mention that once again. They failed to mention that. So I think it's absolutely outrageous what's happening, but it's just another part of the plan, and honestly, the heartbreaking reality of why I don't belong here, because the people on Long Island don't share the love for this that I share. They don't share the love for this that I share. They don't care about this. And that's why I really can't find anyone to have a relationship with. This is why I have nothing in common with people here. And where is our environmental community? Nowhere to be found. It seems like I'm the Pine Barrens environmental advocate, because there is no other Pine Barrens environmental advocate across all Long Island. Part of me hates to leave, because if I leave, now there's no one here. But if they knock these woods down, man, I don't know if I can even stand to look out the window of the train. I just think it's absolutely outrageous. Shame on the town of Babylon once again. Town of Babylon, we'll go there, Town of Babylon again. You know, the town of Babylon, where they only really care about the village of Babylon, not about a safe, strong, and resilient community, except if you live in Wyandanch. Except if you live there. I'm sure, that's somewhere on the South Shore, I'm sure. All these pictures are from the South Shore. Well, that looks like Argyle Lake. They're all from the South Shore. They don't care about the middle. And the people they interviewed, maybe it's just a News 12 story, but I think it's outrageous that they didn't cover the environmental impact of this. Absolutely disgusting. Shame on the town of Babylon. Shame on News 12 once again for leaving out, I'm glad they covered it, but they left out the important fact about the environment, the environmental impact. But hey, we're paving on top of our water supply. So how can you be surprised when you see so many people getting cancer and so many people getting sick from the water here? That's why I won't drink the tap water, because we've built on top of our water supply, and now there's nowhere for clean water to recharge. We're only poisoning ourselves. But the stupid people, every stupid person that was featured in this story, including those who are against it, don't realize that. They just care about their own, it's going to be more truck traffic. They don't even give a shit about the environmental impact this is going to have. But that is your typical person on Long Island. They just don't get it. They don't care about the environment. That's why we elect the people we elect, and that's why in New Jersey they elect good people, and we elect crappy people. So there you go. So shut up and go live in New Jersey if you love the Pines. That's the message here.